Hello, welcome to the Echo Tips Podcast. In this week's episode, we're going to be dealing with utilizing the A-Lady on your iPhone or iPad from Apple. That's right, did you know you could actually do that? Interact with the A-Lady on your iPhone or tablet from Apple. Before we get into that in any sort of detail, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast, and then I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Well, hello again, and as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be dealing with the use of the A-Lady on your iPhone or iPad from Apple. Now, this is separate and distinct from using it on an Android device or even an Apple Watch. Those are topics we might address in the future, but we're going to be addressing how to use it on your iPhone through a feature known as the widget. So this is a relatively new feature. You'd need a pretty current iPad or iPhone that has got the last major updates that supported widgets, which I can't remember if that was iOS 14 or iOS 13. Anyway, to our new listeners, I'd like to welcome you. My name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill. And at the tail end of the episode, I'll mention how you can reach out to us with suggestions or thoughts about future episodes. And for our returning listeners, we'd like to welcome you back as well. Now, I'm going to be dropping the A-Lady name quite a little bit in this podcast, so if you have an echo in hearing distance of me, you're going to want to shut her ears off, not triggering your echo at home. Okay, so just give you a second to do that. Now I'm going to get my iPhone out here, and I have an iPhone 8 Plus with the newest operating system, 14, and I have recently updated the Alexa app. So if you haven't updated your Alexa app lately, you'll want to go into the App Store and search for Alexa, and then hit the update button to make sure that's relatively updated. You may have updates set up automatically. In that case, you're more than likely good. Okay, so I'm going to unlock my phone. And so what is a widget? So the home screen often has little icons that launch apps, typically. You can technically make them for other things as well, like website bookmarks, but generally they launch apps. A widget is usually larger than a typical icon. It usually maybe takes up what 4 icon spaces might take, or it can be even wider than that. And a good example of a widget might be something like a weather widget, where it just displays a little bit of information there about what today's weather is without having to actually go into the app and things like that. Now, to add a widget to your home screen, one, you need a little extra space down somewhere. And what you're going to do is take your finger, tap and hold in the empty space. Give it a second, and then release your finger, and you might notice that your icons now are jiggling, and they probably have little circles next to them with X's. This is the editor mode where you can manipulate and move your icons and widgets around, and also delete apps this way. Now, we're not really interested in that at the moment, but in the top right corner you have an Add button, and that is the ability to add a widget. So you'll tap on that. That will bring up the full screen widget selector gizmo where you can choose widgets, and near the top, or you could search, we're going to look for the Alexa app widget. You're going to find that widget, press and hold it, and then drag it back over here onto this home screen, or I think you could probably just tap it and it would do the same difference. And you're going to put it there on your home screen. Now mine in particular is kind of a tiny one. It takes up about 4 icons would take, and it looks like a big blue button. Now if you tap it, you're probably going to get an initial tutorial about what the button does, and you might need to grant the Alexa app microphone control if you haven't already done that. Once it's all set up, you're pretty much ready to go, and when we tap the button, it will invoke the app, but automatically tell it that Alexa is wanting to accept a voice command. So let me turn up the volume here so you can hear what it does. And I'll tap the big widget button. What's 2 plus 2?
2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, there you go, and it just gave me my response. Now at this point, I'm back in the app, the A-Lady app. Now while I'm in the app, I have the wake word enabled, so I can just continue to say something else, like, Alexa, what's 4 plus 4?
4 plus 4 is 8.
And I could continue to do that as long as I have the app open. But if I want to close it, of course, I can hit the home button, just go back to the main home screen. But I have that handy-dandy widget button right there so that I can tap it at any time, and it'll go ding, because I have the auditory notification set up, so it tells me when it starts listening and when it stops listening. All right, so it's really just that simple to trigger the A-Lady. Now, the wake word capability has been available, I believe, in the app for a while, where you just have the app open and you just say her name. And it's been in the Amazon Music app even longer, and historically it's even worked better than it has in the Alexa app. All right, well, that's all there is to that. I hope you enjoy, and like I said, possibly in a future episode, maybe we'll discuss how to use a similar functionality or widget on the Android line of devices, and maybe if I can lay my hands on an Apple Watch, I believe there's a capability to do this something similar on the Apple Watch as well. All right, well, if you'd like to reach out to us at Goodwill Industries of the Valley, you're welcome to send us a note on Facebook or Twitter. And you can find out more about what I'm doing with our program, the New Vision program, at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision. So it's time to turn the ears back on your Amazon Echo, start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.